We've all been there, haven't we? Tired of trying to prove our worth to someone who just isn't looking. We think if we just try a little harder or wait a little longer, their heart will finally change. But I want to tell you something today that might be hard to hear, but it is deeply necessary. It is time to stop chasing. It is time to let go of the handle on a door that is locked. There is a profound exhaustion that comes from pursuing a person who is not pursuing you back in return. You feel it in your chest every single morning, that heavy weight of wondering if you are ever enough. But what if your value was never tied to their choice to stay or their decision to walk away? We often mistake our persistence for passion, but sometimes it is actually just a deep-seated fear of being alone. We think that if we stop running after them, we might be forgotten by the world and by God. I want you to take a deep breath right now and realize that God has never once forgotten you. He sees the effort you've poured into people who only give you back half-hearted promises and cold silence. He sees the tears you have cried on those Friday nights when the house feels just a little too quiet. There is a sacred purpose in the silence, and there is a divine protection in the redirection of your life. When God closes a door, it is not because He wants to hurt you, but because He loves you. He knows what is behind that door, and He knows it cannot sustain the weight of your beautiful soul. Chasing someone is an act of trying to do God's job for Him by forcing a destiny that isn't yours. We try to manufacture love because we are afraid that the real thing won't find us on its own. But what if God removed them simply to protect you from a future of heartache you couldn't see coming? Letting go is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate expression of faith in His divine plan. It is saying, God, I trust your hands more than I trust my own desperate need for affection. Think about the energy you have spent trying to convince someone to see the light that is inside you. That same energy could be used to build a life that is so full of peace and genuine purpose. When you stop chasing, you finally give yourself the permission to be found by the one who truly cares. God is a master gardener, and sometimes He has to prune the branches that are no longer bearing fruit. It hurts when the pruning happens, but it is the only way to make room for new, healthy growth. You were never meant to beg for a place at a table where you are not even being welcomed. You are a child of the Most High, and your worth was settled long before they ever met you. Why would you spend your life trying to win over someone who treats your heart like an option? God wants to give you something that is certain, something that reflects His own steady and unchanging love. Patience is not just about waiting. It is about the attitude we maintain while we are in the middle. It is about trusting that if something is for you, it will not pass you by or require chasing. Imagine a life where you don't have to perform or pretend just to keep someone interested in you. Imagine a love that meets you exactly where you are and walks beside you without any fear or hesitation. This is the kind of peace that God wants to bring into your life if you would just surrender. Sometimes we hold on so tightly to the wrong things that our hands are too full to receive blessings. Open your hands today and tell God that you are ready to receive whatever He has planned for you. He knows your heart's deepest desires, and He cares about the smallest details of your journey and your joy. But what if the wait was never about them, but about who you are becoming in this season? God might be using this time to heal the wounds you've carried since you were a very young child. He might be building your strength so that when the right person arrives, you are truly ready for them. Don't look at this period of waiting as a desert. Look at it as a sacred time of preparation. There is so much beauty in discovering who you are when you are not trying to please another person. You are finding your voice, your passions, and the rhythm of your own heart under God's gentle guidance. When you stop chasing, you stop running away from yourself, and start running toward the Father's open arms. He is the only one who can truly satisfy the hunger that you've been trying to fill with people. No human being can be your everything, because that is a role only God is meant to play. Once you find your security in Him, the opinions of others will no longer have power over you. You will realize that you don't need to chase what is already being held for you in heaven. Trust the timing of your life, even when it feels like everyone else is moving faster than you are. God is never late, and He never misses an opportunity to show His goodness to those who trust Him. If you are feeling lonely tonight, remember that being alone is not the same thing as being abandoned. You are surrounded by a love that is deeper than the ocean and higher than the brightest stars above. This season is a gift, even if it feels like a sacrifice of your own desires and your plans. Let God work in the quiet places of your soul where no one else is allowed to go. Let Him mend the pieces that were broken by people who didn't know how to value your heart. He is making all things new, and that includes your perspective on love and your future relationships. There is a person out there who will see you and know your worth without you saying a word. They won't make you chase them, because they will be busy walking toward you with the same steady faith. Until then, rest in the promise that God's ways are higher than our ways and His thoughts are better. You are seen, you are loved, and you are being guided by the greatest architect of the human heart. So take your hands off the steering wheel and let Him lead you to the place you belong. Peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of God in the middle of your waiting. When you finally release the need to control the outcome, you finally find the freedom to breathe again. What if the very thing you are chasing is the thing that is keeping you from your destiny? Trust that God has a plan that is far more beautiful than anything you could ever ask for. Your story is not over just because one chapter didn't end the way you thought it would today. Keep your head up, keep your heart open, and watch how God transforms your life from the inside